in the bustling streets of New York City, where skyscrapers pierced the sky like giants' fingers. An old woman shuffled along the sidewalk, her back bent under the weight of a rickety cart filled with trash bags. Her pink cap shadowed a face, lined with wrinkles, and her reflective jacket hung loosely on her frail frame. She paused by a gleaming brownstone, wiping sweat from her brow, when a sharp voice cut through the morning air. Hey, you get that filthy cart away from my steps. You're stinking up the place. A young woman in a crisp designer dress stood at the door, her arms crossed, eyes narrowed in disgust. But wait, that old woman was no ordinary garbage collector. Beneath the disguise of makeup, a wig, and padded clothes hid Elias Harrington, one of the wealthiest men in America, a tech mogul worth billions. Elias had built his empire from nothing, but now, at 78, his greatest concern wasn't stocks or deals. It was his family, specifically, his new daughter-in-law Sophia. Elias had always been a man of tests. He believed true character revealed itself not in luxury, but in hardship. His son Marcus had married Sophia 6 months ago in a lavish ceremony that cost more than most people's homes. Marcus adored her. Sophia was beautiful, ambitious, a rising star in marketing. But Elias sensed something off. Whispers from friends hinted she came from a modest background, perhaps too eager for the Harrington fortune. I need to know if she's gold-digging or genuine, Elias had confided to his trusted aide before embarking on this wild plan. Disguised as Mrs. Ethel, the garbage collector. Elias had arranged to work in their upscale neighborhood for a week. He'd observe Sophia up close, test her kindness without the veil of wealth. Today was day one. Ethel pushed her cart closer, pretending to collect a stray bag. Sophia's expressions softened, just a fraction. She sighed, glancing at her watch. Look, it's not personal, but my husband and I have a brunch meeting. Can't have the place looking like a dump. Elias, in his gravelly woman's voice, replied, Sorry, miss. Just doing my job. These streets don't clean themselves. He fumbled with a bag, letting it spill slightly bits of paper and an empty can rolling toward her feet. Sophia rolled her eyes but bent down to pick them up. Here, let me help. You shouldn't be doing this at your age. She handed them back, her manicured nails contrasting with Ethel's grimy gloves. Elias's heart skipped. Was this kindness or just politeness? He decided to push further. Thank you, dear. Mind if I sit a spell? My legs are killing me. Been collecting since dawn. Sophia hesitated, her phone buzzing in her pocket. Marcus was probably waiting inside. But she nodded. Sure, take the steps. Want some water? It's hot out. Inside. Elias beamed. 0.14 Sophia. As she fetched a bottle from the kitchen, he overheard her on the phone. Yeah, Mom. I know times are tough. I'll send more money soon. Love you. Her voice was warm, genuine. When she returned, handing him the water. Elias probed gently. You live fancy here? Must be nice. Sophia smiled faintly. It is, but it's not everything. My family's back in a small town. Dad's sick. Mom works 2 jobs. I send what I can. Elias nodded, sipping slowly. This was unexpected. Sophia wasn't the spoiled type he'd feared. But the test was just beginning. Over the next few days, Ethel became a fixture. Elias engineered encounters, spilling coffee on himself, accidentally dropping his wallet with fake IDs, even pretending to faint from heat. Each time, Sophia responded with compassion. She bandaged a fake cut, returned the wallet untouched, and once called a cab for Ethel when she claimed her cartwheel broke. But Elias wanted more. He needed to see her under pressure. On day 4, he arranged for Marcus to be out of town, on business. That evening, as a storm brewed, Ethel knocked on their door, soaked and shivering. Miss Sophia, my shelter's flooded. No place to go tonight. Sophia opened the door, surprise flickering across her face. The house was immaculate, prepped for a dinner party with friends. Inviting a stranger, a smelly garbage collector inside, Elias expected hesitation, maybe a polite refusal. Instead, Sophia's eyes filled with empathy. Oh, you poor thing. Come in. Dry off. I'll make tea. As they sat in the kitchen, Elias shared fabricated stories of hardship. A lost husband. Estranged. Kids, scraping by on pennies. Sophia listened, tears welling. I know struggle, she confessed. Grew up poor. Worked through college. Met Marcus at a conference. Fell in love. Not for money, but his dad's goings. Distant. Thinks I'm after the fortune. Elias froze. She knew. No, just intuition. He pressed. Why marry rich then? Because love isn't about bank accounts, Sophia said softly. It's about heart. I'd love Marcus if he swept streets. That night, Sophia gave Ethel the guest room, even washing her spare clothes. Elias lay awake, guilt gnawing. His test was working, but at what cost? Sophia's kindness shone, yet he saw her vulnerabilities calls to her ailing father, worries about fitting into the elite world. Asterisk, the twist came on day 6. Elias, as Ethel, collapsed in the street during a heat wave. Sophia rushed out, calling 911, cradling the old woman's head. Hang on, Ethel. You're not alone. Asterisk, paramedics arrived, but Elias had tipped them off it was part of the plan. They revived her, and Sophia insisted on riding to the hospital. There, in a private room, arranged by Elias's team, she stayed, by the bedside, holding Ethel's hand. Asterisk, you're like the grandma I never had, Sophia whispered. My own past, young. Promise you'll get better. Asterisk, Elias's disguise nearly cracked. Tears stung his eyes, real ones. This woman wasn't testing him. He was testing her, and she'd passed with flying colors. But the emotional climax loomed. The next morning, Elias decided it was time. From his hospital bed, he called Marcus, who rushed over, confused about the stranger his wife had befriended. Sophia explained everything, her voice trembling with worry. Asterisk, as the family gathered. Sophia, and a few, aides Elias, whispered to his doctor in on the ruse, to clear the room briefly. Then, with shaking hands, he removed the wig, wiped away the makeup. The old woman's features melted into those of the stern billionaire. Asterisk, Sophia's gasp echoed. Mr. Harrington, but, how? Why? Asterisk, Marcus stared, mouth agape. Dad, you were Ethel? Asterisk, Elias sat up, his voice steady, but eyes soft. Yes, I disguised myself to test you. Sophia, I've seen too many chase money, not love. I had to know if you were true to my son. Asterisk, Sophia's face crumpled not in anger, but hurt. Test me like some experiment. I thought you trusted us. Asterisk, the room tensed. Marcus stepped forward, anger flashing. Dad, this is insane. You could have just talked to her. Asterisk, but Elias raised a hand. Wait, Sophia, you passed every test. Not just passed, you showed a heart of gold. Helping a stranger? Sharing your home? Your time? You reminded me of my late wife, who saw good in everyone. Asterisk, tears streamed down Sophia's cheeks. I didn't do it for a test. I did it because it's right. Kindness isn't a show. It's who we are when no one's watching. Asterisk, Elias nodded, his own voice breaking. Exactly. And that's the twist I didn't expect. You attested me back. I came to judge you, but you taught me humility. I've been so guarded by wealth, I forgot humanity's warmth. Asterisk, he reached into his pocket, pulling out a small box. Inside was a family heirloom necklace, his wife's favorite. This is for you, Donna, not as a prize, but a welcome. Your family now, truly. Asterisk, Sophia hesitated, then accepted it, hugging him tightly. Marcus joined, the three embracing in a moment of raw emotion. The shock of the reveal gave way to healing tears, laughter even, as Elias recounted his disguise mishaps, the itchy wig, the sore feet from pushing that cart. Asterisk's words spread quietly in their circle, but the real change was inward. Elias, inspired, started a foundation for the homeless, naming it after Ethel. Sophia volunteered, her marketing skills boosting its reach. Marcus and she grew closer, their bond unbreakable. Asterisk, years later, at a family gathering, Elias raised a toast, the kindness of true wealth. It disguises itself in humble acts, tests our hearts, and reveals our humanity. Asterisk, Sophia smiled, touching the necklace. And to selflessness, which turns strangers into family. Asterisk, the end wasn't just happy, it was transformative. In a world of facades, one act of genuine care had bridged divides, proving that beneath disguises, we're all human, yearning for connection, as Zarisk and so. The Millionaire's test became a legend in their home, not of suspicion, but of love rediscovered.